Something very big, huge, is coming to our Earth, to humanity, to our social structure in the next 3 months. Some hints are pop up, pop in here and there. Some were related to the UFOs, others to the hidden technology that is boiled beneath our surface. Singularity phase that is coming. Nobody knows how to prepare, but the astrology is giving us a big sign. A few months ago, I gave some spoilers to what comes in 2025. I considered it to be not just chaotic by the loss of the old order, but also in a way of disaster that we related to grief and loss. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, is related to loss. How we lose our consciousness before we are falling to sleep, anesthesia, moment of that you are losing consciousness due to drugs, alcohol, or any hallucination process. By the end of January 2025, in 1 month from here, a very rare event is coming to Earth. I'm going to show it to you. This is going to be an alignment that haven't happened since thousands of years. It may sound a bit familiar, even the declaration of such a rare event, because in 2020 we also mentioned about the rare event of Saturn Pluto in Capricorn and the movement from Earth elements of Saturn and Jupiter to air consequences showing itself to be the change of how we are managing society, much more related to air. We are entering to a very challenging black hole sort of transition. It's going to be aligned with the inauguration of Trump. The event that I'm going to show you is happening on the 25th of January and will last for a few weeks. This is an alignment of set of planets with the sun, something that the ancient, that all based on astrology and visualization of the sky could understand. And the luminaries, when they are so visible to us and such in alignment, they also have the omens. But I will also support it with the astrology of this time. So the end of January is a very important time in the energy by itself. It's the beginning of the Aquarius season, ruled by both Saturn, ruler of time and space, and by Uranus, that in mythology was the father, that is related to humanity, to out of the box, to what we will connect to Elohim, God, Elohim from electricity. This is what the high level of Uranus means. Everything is energy. God is energy, Elohim, electricity, Elohim. That's how they understood it. This is what Uranus represents. The month of February, the carnival time, is where usually some religion, Brazil or other, celebrating the freedom out of the body. But it's not just about the body, it's about when people get dressed differently, they can liberate their spirit and the identification with their body. So they can celebrate, they can dance, they can feel whatever. Bird. Aquarius is ruling electricity, but also earthquakes and all things that we are considering to be surprise, unexpected, quick changes, spikes. Go back to February 2020, a moment before a lockdown and a change of rules in society happened. Go feel this feel. We started seeing the signs, the hints, the quarantine zones in China since the end of January 2020. Through all February, we watched what is happening, some cases here and there, and then March arrived and boom. In the part one of Get Prepared 2025, I told you that 2025 is going to bring more changes and radical changes that we have experienced in 2020. It's not all green. It's going to be the opportunity for millions of people. You just need to be awake. The cracks that are going to be created by the events are going to be the opportunity to get free for a lot of prisoners under the surface, or those that consider themselves to be underdogs or in poverty, to come out. The question is if you are watching this coming. On the same time, those that are so safe and comfortable without any consideration about something that could doubt their stability could get the biggest surprise. It feels like the floor is get opened. Some will fall and others will get free. This is what Aquarius rules. Equality. Everybody fall down. Everybody will be on the same level, metaphorically. Saturn, the ruler of hierarchy, is losing power. It's in Pisces and it's about to meet the god of Pisces, Neptune, in 2025. So the hierarchy, the structure is falling. Another sign comes today, as I'm just come to record this video, that El Salvador, that already transformed its policy and become very profitable with the Bitcoin decision in 2021, decided to come in negotiation or any arrangement with the International Fund of Currency, if I'm saying it correctly. Arise some question here. Major changes are coming. And most of the changes, we are going to feel them already as a boom from next month, end of January, through February to March, the eclipses season. We just came out from a very dark tunnel, as it's described, until the election, because this is Scorpio. Now we are in Sagittarius. We are sort of optimists. Should be. Holidays is around the corner. But something is weird. Pisces energy that we are going toward it in March, the end of the fiscal year, the end of the astrological year, it's the real reset button. Most resets may happen around March. The opposite of March is September. The opposite of Pisces is Virgo. So also crisis, like we remember the Great Crisis, many things may happen in September. It's the same axis of the loss and fixed order, the axis of the sick person and the nurse. It's still alive, but it's all about being in maintenance, constant maintenance. So we are all going to close a very big chapter. Personal stories and collective stories. The energies that wants to enter after this toward 2026 are so new. We haven't lived it before, and thus are so much related to the future that most of you hate to hear, like the World Economic Forum or other speculation that are saying even that what even Yuval Harari is saying is not from now, because even other scientists were speaking about it from the beginning of the century, about the singularity phase. They're all coming, but in different way to how government will be able to approach it. Governments are not updated. This is why French government is collapsing. Canada government is about to collapse. And let's see what in the US and other countries, as we are seeing the domino effect in the Middle East as well. And technology will be our savior, being able to create new kind of structures online. And it will be much more efficient. With AI, that is much wiser than most humans, the average human being, that is so busy with his addictive food, with addictive habits, so charged emotional. Most of the thing is forgot his true human potential as a magician. AI is going to be here, a game changer. So what is going to fall down? Not just government. The debt is related to Pisces as well. We see some hints. We are walking and creating a normal life on top of a mountain of debt that's never to be covered. We are measuring wealth and stability based on printing of infinite amount of money, on the same time putting on people burden of taxes when they can print how much money they need. But this is a concept of control, but all the way of control is even about to change. So before I'm continuing, I want to show you the sky. Look here astronomically, even that is not going to illustrate best. I'm not specialist to this app, but look at this. I'm looking on the area of the end of January, but is going to continue until the beginning of February through all this Elohim month, electricity month of Aquarius that is beyond our control. This is the fascination. Look at this, Mercury and the Sun, all are going to be aligned, all planets. Between the 25th of January, the phenomenon will start into the middle of February. All planets will be aligned from one side of the sun. So here is like sunset morning, and I'm in the southern hemisphere. So when we are ignoring the Earth, because also the Earth is going to be aligned with this, we're going to see that Mercury, Venus, our Earth, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Jupiter are going to be aligned with the sun. This event, the event that not to be perfect, those are better illustration in YouTube you could find. This alignment is rare, that didn't happen for thousands of years. We are ending the Pisces era, the era of Bible, the era of the belief, how people created all those churches and synagogues, identification with the concept of God. Who is God? That is the electricity of Aquarius, because we are going probably to be introduced not just to UFOs, but to those that maybe control us, or to the energy that is controlling us, to a new Elohim, to a new God that some of you may be very now embarrassed. Like, what the fuck? I'm going to celebrate now Papa Noel. I'm going to celebrate now the Christmas with all the paganic rituals of the Roman Empire. What is this? This old man, that Santa Claus giving gifts. And I want you to see with me what is happening in astrology. The 25th of January, Saturn, Venus, and Neptune with a North Node that is officially entering to the Pisces already by the end of the year will be in Pisces. All those energy in Pisces. And I was dedicating in the part 1 video what it means, the last degrees of Pisces, which is the void. We are going to hear a lot about the word void and vacuum. Get ready to be bored. So many people are afraid from boredom. Nothing happens. It's quiet. People are afraid from quiet. People are afraid from the end. And this is like an end party season. What is going to be ended? And we are so hopeful. Since the Scorpio season to Sagittarius, Trump will change this and this will change this. Trump is probably aligned with this rare event of the alignment that haven't happened for thousands of years. On the same time, Mercury and Pluto and the Sun are going to be very near each other. Sun will meet Pluto, and this happened already in the end of January last year, that it was the second time that Pluto just gave us a taste of entering to Aquarius together with the Sun. It was a very important time, and it was together with the approval of BlackRock ETF, very aligned with this direction. We are all going to digitality in a level that you cannot control. What is in Pisces is always hidden. You have no control. We are losing ourselves to the power of nature, to the power of fire, to the power of water. And with technology, that Sun and Pluto entering just the beginning of the Aquarius season, and as I just showed you, that in the middle of February, or at least in the very end of January, we are seeing the new moon of Aquarius, carnival energy, the two last sign of the zodiac, Aquarius and Pisces, when Chiron is still processing with us the last 5 years. And this is the pain. Chiron in Aries is like the baby outside of the womb needs to breathe itself. You know, how we are feeling far from mom, far from home. This is your disconnection from source in order for you to connect to the infinite source of yourself, of your soul. And this is something in consciousness. On the same time, Jupiter is retrograde and Mars retrograde, and Mars is going to do a trine with Saturn and Venus. We will not find the energy, maybe to escape, but to push forward or to fight. This is seemingly that something is coming to humanity. Something huge is coming to humanity. We are going to be together, very much together, against what seemed to happen. I'm not sure if it's going to be a disease or a disaster or something that will challenge human government order. We will need to adapt quickly to the solution, and seemingly, like in COVID time, the solution was work from home and have high approach to and high velocity of internet and all the platform that needed. Technology will be our savior here to what seemed to happen. And definitely, I think that is going to be related with climate change or any climate event that's going to touch millions of people. What else I'm basing my predictions on? The markets. In an era that we are so much connected to how much money each one has to have a sense of stability, worry here is about value of physical assets, physical things. Many things that we are appreciating to be valuable right now are going to lose their value. Imagine a young person losing its memory or its happiness. It's worthless in a way. We are going to be forced to find our inner worth. It's more of awakening of our spiritual wealth, of what is going with us, our knowledge, our access, our magicianal approach to connect with the quantum physics, merge ourselves with technology to our favor. I'm going to create the next official 6 months ahead forecast for Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, BNB. Currently is showing until March, and everybody are knowing what I was showing since months ago. The dynamic that happened exactly, specifically if you see the Ethereum live chart, it was exactly the momentum. The line, the market is just on my line. Regardless who would be the theoretically elected winner, that is, everybody are explaining. This is all because of Trump. No, it's because of cycle of things. You all can see what I was showing until January. Something is happening in January, my friends. Specifically that Mars is going to start the retrograde back to Cancer with doing all this trine to Pisces. I'm saying it's not going to be the end of the war by physical level, but it's going to be that strong event probably. It's something that we haven't seen for 1,000 years that is just maybe the gong of the start of the Aquarius era. It wasn't just about what so many beginner astrologer. Pluto moved to Aquarius in the 19th of November. Now the era. We can feel the change. Pluto indeed moved to Aquarius, but it's going to be more until the important eclipses of Pisces in March. Take care of your health and mainly your emotional health. You need to understand your thoughts. You need time, you need space. All the survival approach of working hard to make more just by competition level of it need to be related with purpose. Why you are doing this, to where you are so much rushing, to where are you rushing? Or you are just investing the time back to the essence of yourself, not just who you are in this life, but who you are from where you came from. This family, this seed of consciousness, this experience. to live in this country and in this, what all those experiences to what will be the next mission that is going to be like a wake-up call. We are entering to a hallucination process. It feels like in a few weeks, the collective is going to be under ayahuasca, like taking the doses or any mushroom. And then we are entering to hallucination process of February and March, that you are in your own world, understanding a lot, processing a lot, but this is not much to do in the outer world with your body. You're not going to do business, or you are not going to do any sport. There's a lot of activity, but inside. That how people waking up after those ceremonies, charged. You know, you saw, you understood, you connected. It's like you had a very good dream and you feel charged. This is why it's so healing. And we need rest. It reminds me something like a lockdown or a shutdown. Maybe it's going to be more related to a shutdown of systems. But again, those that are prepared and continue to play trial and error and building up the approach of the innovation, technology is here to lead. Aquarius is all about technology. Conspiracies that spoke about how aliens using very high technology compared to the primitive. Even today, people that are not using AI actually in such a big difference. They are losing so much potency in communication, in understanding, in protecting themselves. So imagine humanity against the high technological alien technology, and people must have the opportunity to take a step forward. How really to use our high potency, and it's not just by what the church will tell you. Just think positive. Just raise your vibration. It's nice, it's working, but it's not the real technology. With quantum computer, you could theoretically destroy all those high vibe that are sitting in a monastery. If you are going to use your mind and technology at the same time, here you are speaking about superpower. Pisces is about movies. They are going to project on us a movie. Use it as a wake-up tool to understand what you are going to project out. When you are going to see a movie, you know that you are in a movie. And even the scenes can be very strong, you are still in sort of defense, and you project back with your power to what you are going to do in your life in case of. But not just taking it like it's the reality. What is seeming to happen with Saturn and Neptune coming aligned in 2025 is that reality and dreams are going to be very on the same level. So it's going to give power to magician power to create reality out of thin air, and also to AI concepts to become real and very considerable on our life. That's all what I had to share with you in this video. Share, subscribe, and I welcome you to join Osher's Astro Life Chart. You will see with me 6 months ahead. Join to ecoscopia.net. Subscribe to the newsletter, because I'm going to be much more communicating with all of you according to different services also you buy. So subscribe to get even marketing and newsletter, because this is the way you will not miss anything of what I'm sharing. And it's going to be very interesting end of the old world session to something so much great. Very intense 6 months ahead, specifically the next 3 months toward the eclipses. I wish all of us good holidays. Join Osher's Life Chart. See with me the market ahead. The more life chart you have, the more holistic approach you have to see with me. You don't need even to think. What you think? I'm just doing the calculation, and with astrology, drawing the line ahead. And you will see where market will go, what momentum, what timing. And it's not just a regular technical analysis that someone would say, here I'm cashing out, here I'm cashing in. We're the alternative. Keep in touch, stay in touch, Subscribe, share this video. I'm Osher, financial astrologer. Until the next, bye. Happy 2025.